Dexter, here we go. We're going to talk about your take on exploring the Mixolydian scale. Mixolydian scale in the key of D, and your exploration went fairly well. All the notes are well in place, and you said that this take was fully improvised, and hats off. This was great. For an improvised take made up on the spot, this was fantastic. What I really loved in your lead, and what really is memorable, is that all the licks, all the ideas that you exposed, are linked together very, very well. Whether it's by repeating a rhythm motif that you played, you know, this was just an example. You didn't play that, but that's just to illustrate the fact that you can tie together a few ideas just by repeating a rhythm motif. Or another thing that you did is maybe end a lick on a certain note and start the next one on that particular note. And that's really good, because that really helps the listener follow what you're saying. And it's all about communication, you know. Music and improvisation is all about communicating and sharing an experience with the audience, and if you lose the audience right away, then you can't really make that connection between his ears and your instrument or your heart. That's what it's about, really. And you managed to do that really well. Just like in speech, you know, I can't go from what I'm telling you, from this idea, we're talking about the Mixolydian scale, and then randomly tell you, man, it's raining outside. You know, nothing to do with what we're talking about. Same in music. You want to develop something that has some coherence, going from one thing to the other. If it was not the case, it would be really hard for me to follow what you're trying to tell me, and next time you would take your guitar, I wouldn't really be interested in listening to what you're going to tell me musically, because it doesn't make any sense. Thankfully, it's not the case. You're doing a great job here. Let's listen to your take. You can find the coherence there. Makes sense. You know, you're developing something from this area of the fretboard to this one. A little bit of sequence work there. You know, all the notes are really tied together. And I don't think it's something really conscious. I don't think it's you sat down and you thought about, okay, I'm going to do that. If you did, that's great. But if you didn't, that's great too. It's just the natural ability, I think, that you have to develop something and make it coherent. And especially the fact that it's made up on the spot, improvised. Hats off, really. I enjoyed your take. What I would recommend is that you maybe develop more licks. You know, licks are just vocabulary, and these licks are going to come out naturally in your improvisations. And it's the more you learn, you know, the more coherent and interesting you're going to sound. You already sound interesting, but that's what I would do. Just build your vocabulary, musical vocabulary, and try to apply it to your to whatever you're working on, whether it's the Mixolydian mode or the Dorian or whatever. And if you learned a lick in, let's say you learned a lick in A natural minor, well, and you're in a Mixolydian kind of situation, find the relative natural minor to the Mixolydian mode and use that lick there. That's how you do it. You really want to tie the theory side with the actual technique together. It's going to create something really cool. But yeah, develop that. I challenge you to maybe learn a new lick a day. It can be a very short lick, just a few notes, but one lick a day keeps the doctor away. That was pretty lame, but you get the idea. Just learn some more licks, develop some new musical ideas, and keep working like that, tie everything together, which you are doing. So great job, Dexter. I really enjoyed your take, and keep working like you are.